God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows.
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 21 of Your Journey Is Not Over. My name is Tanya Pearson Randolph. This is my own personal journey, and the expressions and opinions are of my own. I own all the rights to my personal journey, and to Your Journey Is Not Over. Neither to be used, copied, or edited in any way without my consent. Again, I wanted to talk about self-love journey, but there's that one special word again, right? I now realize that after meeting with one of my spiritual advisors, and of course, seeking his advice, and consulting with my mental health team, which, by the way, 90% of the time, I write these podcasts, and of course, I make corrections during my proofread. Then I either screenshot or I fax my podcast to my spiritual advisors and also my mental health team. Not to seek approval, no, because like I have said, when I go to write these podcasts, I pray, and then I let my pen just flow. I channel in as the best way for me to describe it. So I feel like what God wants to be heard is what my pen writes that day. I do not, nor will I ever take credit for writing these podcasts. I always say, it's God and my spirit team. They're the ones that I give credit to. They just use me and my hand and my voice to do their magic, to deliver the messages that need to be heard. I have been invited on 2 different speaking engagements, and of course I went. I was honored, and I had a wonderful time. I met a lot of people, a lot of wonderful people who are just like me, trying to navigate their way down their own healing journey. One of those was in Seattle, Washington, and the other, it was in Miami, Florida. And I've been invited to Ecuador this summer. I do not script or write down what I'm going to say. I, again, just pray before I go on stage. God directs my words and what I need to talk about. As I call it, I wing it. And by the way, God never lets me down. As I always say, He nails it every single time. So again, I am not seeking approval, but advice. Their feedback is very important to me. They are people that I trust, that I respect. So their advice, it does matter to me. If I'm being honest, I don't want any of them caught off guard either on what I call my delivery on certain topics. By the way, I have been told that my delivery is sometimes harsh, it's sometimes blunt, and it's always straight to the point. I am no gatekeeper. I'm not a person that sugarcoats or tells people what they want to hear. I tell it straight. And I have also been told my delivery is effective. Also, throughout my life, I've been thanked a lot too. Probably not well liked at the time that I was blunt with whoever, but later thanked for again giving a different perspective to whatever situation. So, back to where I began today. After some advice and some soul searching, I've realized that I need to go deeper into my childhood, and I need to share more. I know there are so many that can relate to everything that I endured, everything that I felt, or was made to feel. I have such an inner child in me that I wanted to, what my team calls, skate on over, or of course, make everything look so easy and with a smile. I wanted to get to the self-love journey, my self-love journey. Excited to share what I've learned in the past year of my journey. It's been a wonderful, exciting, and at times, very difficult period of my journey. After that evening, standing in that ocean, April 6, 2024, I totally embraced it. When I heard God's voice and how He ever so graciously and in simple terms explained to me everything, made me then understand that nothing happened to me, it all happened for me. For me to become who He created me to be all along. We can fight it or we can embrace it. I chose to embrace it and trust God 100%. He knows better than we do, and with His will, it will be done. Some chose to stay stuck in the self pity or the anger or the rage of their childhoods, and those people are their own worst enemies. They destroy themselves, and along with that, they destroy the true essence of what God intended for them to, number one, learn, number two, grow, number three, change, and number four, being the most important, be the change. Be the change that you wish to see. Learn from lessons and grow from them with a growth mindset. Not the victim, no, the survivor that you are. And change your perspective on it. And along with that, help to change others' perspective too. Be the light when others are in the dark. There is no more shame, no more guilt, no more having the victim mindset. No, no, and no. We take what has happened. Was it fair? No one ever said life was fair, right? So, no, it wasn't fair. But guess what? It was, again, lessons that gave us wisdom. It gave us knowledge. Don't repress your memories or feelings. You got to feel them in order to heal them. Work through it. And I always say, at your own pace. Rome wasn't built in a day. And please remember, neither can the best version, the healthiest version of you, be built in one day, neither. Remember, healing is a journey, it's not a destination. And I also like to say, life is a journey. Live, love, laugh, and learn, and enjoy your journey. The only person stopping you from getting on your yellow brick road, your healing journey, is you. Some avoid it, run from it, distract themselves from it, even try to block it out or deny it. But it's always right there. You choose when you start your healing journey. And remember, it's not a race, it's on your time. And please always remember, it's your purpose. Are you going to step into what God intended for you to? Or are you going to stay stuck in the dysfunction, the destruction, and just kept letting cycles repeat itself? I personally want everyone to be healthy, happy, and healed versions of themselves. I do not want to see anyone stuck on what I call the hamster wheel of dysfunction. Again, make a change and be the change. Be the change that the world most definitely needs. Do better, be better. With the advice that I seek out, I'm going to dive deeper and discuss in depth the emotions that I did experience as a child. Do what God has led me to do, to share, and to be relatable. So for now, not forever, the self love episode is put on the back burner. I do now realize, since it's been brought to my attention and made very clear to me, that I have a way of making everything seem so easy. And that's the perception. I glide through life effortlessly. That is so far from the truth. After giving it a lot of thought, I guess that's what just is my nature, who I am. I process and I dissect and I release everything when I'm alone. I call it my time, peace time. It gives me time to reflect and to feel the hurt and the pain and to also release it. So, what people see, or in this case, hear, is not fake at all. It's truly me, the person who reflected and also released. I've been told, I guess I've been doing this my whole life without even realizing I was doing it. Just that healing and releasing not allowing anything or anyone or any one situation change who I am. I gave it all to God April 6, 2024, and I completely released everything. I surrendered all of my pain and all of my worries, my guilt, and my shame. And with that, God so graciously gave me understanding. I have picked out several things to share today. I couldn't choose just one. I do not own the rights to the things that I'm about to share. Again, these are things that I found that have helped me tremendously, and I hope that they help you too. Let it fall apart. Not everything is meant to be held together. Some things are meant to crumble. The discomfort, the uncertainty, the chaos. It's not a sign that you're failing. It's proof that you're outgrowing where you used to be. You don't have to see the whole path right now. You just have to trust that where you're headed is better than where you've been. So let the old version of you dissolve. And when the dust settles, you'll realize that you never needed to hold on. You just needed to have the courage to rebuild. Also, every sunrise is proof that no matter how dark the night was, light always returns. Your struggles do not define you, but your resilience does. Keep pushing forward, trust the process, and know that every new day brings endless opportunities for healing and happiness. And also, told you I couldn't choose just one today. Resilience is trusting that God's strength will sustain you through every trial. It's standing firm in faith, knowing that He is working all things for your good, even when the path is difficult. When you face challenges, please remember His promise. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on the wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Isaiah 40, verse 31. Lean into Him and let His power make you unshakable. And one more before I sign off today. Hard truth. If you wait until you feel better to start living, you might be waiting forever. Go live your life. Do it sad. Do it anxious. Do it uncertain. Because healing doesn't always come before the experience. Sometimes the experience is what heals you. As I love to say, live, love, laugh, and learn on your journey. It's your personal journey. So please, I invite you to enjoy your journey. I do want to say and ask for prayers to all that are being affected overseas right now. Regardless of the distance from us to them, they are all our brothers and sisters in heaven. As my favorite song says, we are the world. We are the children. So, asking for prayers, and I'm praying for peace so that they may begin to rebuild and then heal. God bless them all. Also, I know I'm long-winded today, and I always have so much to share. I don't promote anything unless I myself believe in it. I highly suggest everyone or anyone wanting to learn more about the Bible. I ordered and got a year in the Bible. To me, it's just fascinating to read and to learn more about God. So I did want to put that out there today, too. This concludes my podcast for today. Please join me Thursday. Listen in. And always remember, your journey is not over. God bless.
God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been